Did you lower this air?
It's nice. Oh, you're getting hot.
I don't know. It's a little bit. It feels like it was.
We're talking about fuck.
Tits and ass, and he starts fucking losing it.
I'm getting hot, and the table's about to stand up.
Holy shit, the table's walking away.
This is the Beers and BS podcast, sponsored by one of the locals, Under the Sun Inserts, Brewport Coffee House, and Brewport Cafe. And now here's your hosts, Adrian, Joe, and Mike.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to Beers and BS, the podcast. We are your hosts. I'm Adrian. That's Joey.
Yo, Joe.
What up?
He is Mike D. Boop, boop. Down in Tennessee, we have our producer, Gabe. What's up, Gabe?
Gabe.
What's up?
DJ Gibraltar.
I love it.
Goliath. I'm sorry, Gabe. Goliath. We know.
Gibraltar.
What's up, boys? As always, we start every episode. We tell the audience what we're drinking. I'm going to kick this one off. Joey's still chewing over there. We have, this was left at my house. I had a couple people come by the other day and they left it at my house, and it's called Independence Harbor Amber Ale. Never heard of it.
Me either.
It's okay. It's okay. I want to say it's like 5.5%.
It looks patriotic.
It looks like an organic beer. Is that?
I think you know where it's from? It's from Lidl. I don't know if it's like their brand or something like that.
Is it?
Yeah, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Amber.
I like that. Forget the tea and drink the beer. No, forget the tea and drink the ale.
There you go.
Independence Harbor. That's cool.
Yeah.
Is it from Boston?
I don't know. I don't know.
I can't.
You know, that's my problem.
I can't.
You know why I don't know, folks? Because I can't see the fucking bottle.
That is very tiny print.
Yeah.
Getting old.
All right, that's me. That's what I got. Mike D, what do you got?
I actually went lightweight today. I went with the White Claws. So I got a black cherry. I have a mango. And I have a blackberry. I can't wait to get into that.
Oh, so you just like different flavors and stuff.
Yeah, why not mix it up?
Yeah?
I don't, beer was going to sit too heavy on me tonight. It was a rough day out there with the weather, so.
I was thinking about you the last couple of days.
Yeah, just, drink something light tonight.
Are there ever days where like the heat would affect your job? Like would they tell you not to come in? I mean, if it didn't happen today or yesterday, it probably would happen.
No, but we do exercise with caution, and you work at your own risk. So if you start feeling overheated, go cool off, throw some water on yourself, get a drink, and
throw a neck fan on.
You throw a neck fan on. Yeah, no, they're helpful. The other day it ran out on me at like 11:30, and I was like, but I charged it at home. I had been charging it in my car. I charged it at home.
Have you started a neck fan trend?
I see the security guard on the job site. He's got himself a neck fan. It's starting to spread.
Really?
Yeah.
He saw you? Did he ask you about it?
He's like, I think I got the same one as you. Yeah, so
That's funny.
they help. It helps. It just feels refreshing when you have a breeze on you when you're fucking overheated.
Yeah.
Dude, I saw one on TikTok, and it goes like it clips on your belt
And blows your shirt open.
Yeah, and it blows up.
Alberto got something similar to that. Yeah.
After you got your neck fan?
I don't know when he got it. I got to be honest with you, but he had a break today, and he put it. He said, "I put it on my belt and let it blow up."
Did he say it works?
Yeah, I guess he said it blows hot air.
That's great.
Funny. All right, good. Yeah, dude. Yeah, so, honestly, like Joey, I told you, right?
Yeah,
my daughter was it. Like she's like, "How's Mike doing it today?"
Me and thousands of other construction workers and people that work outside. God bless us. But like adults, you got to know your body and keep yourself hydrated. Don't forget the salt. You know what I mean? You got to replenish that salt.
You ever see anybody go down?
Yeah. I mean, we lost a good friend of ours, a co-worker last year. His kidneys failed.
He died on the job?
He didn't die, but he can't come back to work now. It affected him that bad. But he should have known better. He was sweating like a pig. Stop, get some fucking water. But he kept pushing it, and it cost him.
I saw a few mail carriers go down in my day.
So
nobody passed away, but
after you stopped laughing, like what did you do?
So after I recovered from my deep laughing, I helped him up off the ground.
Yeah, dude, that's scary, man.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest with you. I didn't even think of the mailman today.
Yeah.
Guys with the walk around these days, it's a rough.
I just opened up the shutters and waved.
Can't hear you. The air conditioner's on. I can't hear you. Yeah. So yeah, be careful out there. Joey, what do you got tonight, buddy? What are you
I'm
drinking?
drinking a little Corona because it feels like fucking Mexico around here.
Nice.
It's good, bro. I haven't had a Corona in a minute.
Right when they're ice cold.
Yeah,
they
it's
really are
good.
good, man.
So, yep.
Wolf to Coronas. Gabe, what about you? Are you drinking?
Before I get to that, what's the name of the beer you're drinking again?
Me?
Independence.
Independence Harbor Amber Ale.
Oh, okay. So I thought I found where it was made. I found something completely unassociated to that, but this is a different ale house that's in Rapid City. Probably not it.
Fucking Gabe's researching the beer as I'm fucking talking about it.
Yeah. No, this is actually, I can see right here. It's I got this. I got it's about 6 feet away from my eyes, and I can see it says Rochester, brewed in Rochester, New York.
But it's referencing the Boston Tea Party.
Yeah,
right? I think.
Yeah, it seems. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Pretty good. Pretty good.
So yeah, I'm drinking water tonight, anyways. So I'm bored.
Good for you.
I've been painting the interior walls because my dad's going to come visit.
Shit.
So I need to kind of spruce up a little bit where we did some maintenance on the house and didn't paint over the patchwork. So
nice.
I'm being lazy, so now I got to do that before he gets here. And he's like, "What the fuck? What lazy son of a? What the fuck is this?"
You should keep the projects for him, keep him busy. Be like, you know what? I didn't know how to do it. Dad, can you show me?
I've been delaying painting a little piece of my kitchen that needs to be painted because the kids tear it up for like 6 months now.
This could get fingerprints all over as soon as you do it.
Fucking annoying, man.
Right now, like Gail, like you have your father coming in town. I'm like, right now, my in-laws, they just got here last night, my wife's parents. And my wife was doing some touch-up painting. So it's always good when things like this happen because it kind of like lights a fire under your ass a little bit. And she broke out, some
good for her.
The
Good for
paintbrush.
you.
Bro, it's great. It's phenomenal for me.
Good for you.
Because she doesn't allow me to paint.
Your skills are all over.
You a sloppy painter?
Not really. But she is just such a perfectionist. Like, you know what I mean? And she likes to be in control.
Is it like, oh shit, wifey's painting, get the fuck out of her way?
No. Like I'll try to help her. As far as like remember we talked about last week. I'll pat her brow. She's sweating a little bit. Make sure she's okay.
Scalpel.
I'll put a fan on her.
You'll remind her when it's time to make dinner.
I'll be like, definitely needs another coat. I just want to let you know.
Yeah, looks good. Definitely needs 2 more.
No, but so like you say, Gabe, like those things happen, like kind of like light a match on your ass. And that was me this past weekend trying to get my yard in order, and I'm just about done.
Nice.
The house looks nice.
I've been meaning to mow my lawn, but it's just been too fucking hot.
Oh, you got a brown patch. That is not acceptable.
I saw that.
Historic village of Bellport, bro.
I know.
I didn't want to bring it up to you, but yeah, what's that?
Would you drop fuel on the lawn?
No, I don't know. I don't know where it came from.
I think one of the neighbors that you talked about shitting on the lawn. I think she's letting her dog pee right in that spot, bro.
Very disappointed.
I know
to see that.
I know.
You know what? It looks like a basketball was left there when the sun was out.
You know what I think it was? My son took the T-tops off his Jeep. And he left it there. I mean, it wasn't there for long. So I thought maybe that's what it was, but it wouldn't. It would if it was like a window. I could see that happening, but it's solid, so I don't see it. Coming through.
And it's kind of a round spot, isn't it?
Sort of. Like Joey, I thought something spilled there, and I'm trying to think like what possibly could have spilled there, but I didn't spill anything.
Did you fertilize it recently?
No, I mean a few weeks ago.
Get yourself a can of green spray paint.
One time that happened to me from a service that fertilizes. They fucking, what is it called? The spreader. They filled up their spreader and they fucking knocked it over.
Oh!
And they got, they scooped up what they could, but there was a spot there for a long time.
Part of me was because I'm like, how long is this going to take? It's going to take a while, right?
Yeah.
Part of me was thinking about cutting it out and just getting some sod.
Yo, seriously, the people that spray paint it, it's just a little tiny spot. It's not that bad.
I don't know if I can spray paint it.
Yes, you could.
What about when you cut it though?
You spray it again if you needed to. If it grows green, then you don't have to worry about it.
Adrian's gonna be like,
I'm telling you. I'll pull up an Instagram video for you.
I'm telling you right now, don't think I'm not staring at this thing several times a day. All right, several times a day. But that's where I kind of I landed. Was I think I'm just gonna cut it out and just put some sod there. I don't know. How long do you think that takes to come back?
it took mine most of the summer. It was a big spot. Though.
Joe,
I fucking flipped my lid on the fucking guy.
You're that friend though. Like if I came in here with a big white zit on my nose, you'd be like,
no.
Yeah, no,
I don't think I would tell you.
because I saw the spot and I'm kind of like, I know he's got so much pride in that lawn that I didn't want to bring it up to him because
Got a good lawn.
It's a sore spot for him.
Nah, it just sucks, bro.
No, I thought maybe something happened.
No, I have no idea what happened. Part of me now, there was a guy, right, who I used to work with, and he was battling. He had a neighbor. Him and his neighbor, they would fucking just hated each other and battle and do shit to each other, throwing shit over each other's fence and stuff. So my friend, he took weed killer and put it in ice cube trays, and he fucking tossed them over, like spread it out. So the ice cube,
Little
spots
it would
everywhere.
melt, and there was these little spots over this guy's fucking yard.
Fucking
And the guy was like
great idea.
losing his mind because he had like, why is this happening? You know what I mean? And I was like,
You're an asshole.
yeah. And I thought the same thing. I was like, oh man, I'm like, I wonder if somebody did something like that to me.
That's a really good
All right,
fucking
I'll
idea.
play the asshole game. Oh, that's you get a lot of points for that one. Yeah, I don't know. I got to figure it out though, but it bothers me because I put a lot of fucking time right into the yard, right? It was
Yeah,
fucking
no, it's
chilling.
great, awesome. Home and garden.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, we went on a little tangent there. That being said, guys, let's get rolling. We're going to kick it off with, we got a new NBA champ, right? We brought up the hockey last week. We got a new NBA champ, OKC. Congratulations to their first time.
Yep.
They've only been around since when, Mike? We trying to figure this out the other night.
2008.
2008. They've been around, right?
Our boy got the chip, right? Hartenstein.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they've been around since 2008, and the Knicks haven't won in 53 years. But hey, you know what? We'll see what happens next year.
And sadly, tonight's the NBA draft, and we don't even have one pick in the fucking draft, right?
No, well, not in the first round.
Sad.
Well, do we have? We don't have any picks at all. The other round?
So, bro.
So, that's something I heard it. I heard it on the radio. I maybe it was the first one, but
Definitely not
they
the
only
first round.
They only do 2 rounds, right? It's not like the NFL draft.
Oh, I know it's not like the NFL draft, but is it only 2 rounds?
Yeah, I believe it's only 2
I think
rounds.
it's only 2, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
So I don't know.
You're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
I don't think we have a pick this year.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That's okay. We have the team, I think.
Yeah. All right. So I want to bring that up. Right. Once again, congratulations to OKC. Mike D and I, we watched Game 7. It was a pretty exciting game, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. It was cool.
That kid SGA is nasty, bro.
He really is, dude. He really is, man. He's up and coming. You know, him, Anthony Edwards, Giannis. All these guys. These guys are all
faces of the NBA.
Yeah, absolutely.
$40 million players,
Who?
I know.
right?
And what? League MVP, Finals MVP,
Yeah,
and was there something else? Another accolade this year?
he might have been scoring champ.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh wow. What's his initials?
GA.
SGA.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah. SGA. Sega.
Oh,
Yeah.
but we didn't bring up Halliburton, another Achilles injury.
Yeah.
Yes. You know, Joe,
Holy shit,
you're
bro.
right. I was just about to close. You're 100% right, man. Dude, so all right. So Joey just brought up Tyrese Halliburton goes down with Achilles, torn Achilles.
Non-contact.
Jason Tatum, Boston, goes down, right?
Yep.
Started a team.
Yep.
Tyrese Halliburton started a team. Before that, in the Milwaukee series, okay, Dame Lillard goes down with a torn Achilles.
Yep.
Dude, that's 3 superstars in the playoffs.
You will not see them next
You
year.
hear what they're saying though?
No.
The sneakers,
Yes.
the 3/4 sneakers that everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, I would never play in low tops like that. I mean, Joe, we play a little bit, right? And so I went out and bought sneakers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I'm like, no fucking way. But to tear your Achilles, you think that's like the cause of that?
That's what one professional, one of the doctors on one of the squads attributes it to.
The way they made this year, they're light. I mean, not this year. In
These days?
these days, that they're lightweight and they don't support, I guess, the foot, as good as they should.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I definitely see that as far as rolling your ankle.
I mean, back in the day, they used to wear high tops and stuff. But I mean, if you rewind that shit, they were wearing Chuck Taylors, which gives you no support, no fucking.
Did you see a lot of people slowed down the video of it actually happening?
pop. Yeah, you can see that thing jiggle.
Bro.
You know what it is, though? He was playing with a bad calf
Yeah.
to begin with. So I think, and look, hey, man, I give him credit. Game 7, everything is on.
Does your Achilles
everything's
attach
online.
to the calf muscle?
Yeah.
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 That's what I'm saying. But he got it out. He wasn't like, I'm not sitting. Like, he's like, no, I'm going to play. And, it wound up costing him, and it's going to cost him. He's going to be out, all year next year. And hopefully he comes back, man, because he's a great player.
Now,
So I just
go ahead.
hold on a second. I just Googled this thing about the shoes with the Achilles, and there's a lot of hits. Like this is, I guess, been tracking for a couple of years now.
It's legit.
That the low tops can cause or potentially contribute to Achilles tendonitis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all these a lot of the new basketball shoes are low tops or 3/4.
Dude, all these guys are playing. I think KD's are all like, those are all low or maybe 3/4.
It started with Kobe, I think. He came out with like the first low top fucking basketball sneaker. And it's been trending since. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, what a shame, because I mean that game was tight until the third quarter.
Yeah, and then they just
I mean, he came out hot. He had his first, in the first couple of minutes, he had 9 points on 3-pointers.
Yeah, and they say when he's hot in the first quarter, he's hot all game.
Yeah.
But hey, that's the way the ball bounces, G. And no loss here. You know what I mean?
You think it takes a
I actually fuck Halliburton. He's a fucking scumbag when it comes to New York, bro. Throwing out choke signals and shit like that. Like, you want to antagonize us? That's what you get.
Yeah, but then beat him. You don't want to see him get hurt.
Now does that make the East a little easier for us?
Bro, that's what I was going to say. The East, to me, I think is wide open.
Yeah.
Wide open for the Knicks.
You see, the Celtics are just having a sale, right?
Porzingis is gone, right?
Porzingis went to Atlanta. That was yesterday.
Fire sale.
Drew Holiday, they traded to Portland.
Did you see KD was told? Did you see the fan? He was at fan fanatic thing in Manhattan
at FanFest.
Yeah, I want to go to that. By the way,
me too. That looked awesome.
During an interview they told him he just got traded. Did you see that? Any of that?
Oh no,
he was on stage.
He was on stage, dude.
Oh wow.
He was like, "What?"
Yeah. Wow. So that's shocking to me. That's how these guys like.
I know.
There's no talk. They're finding out when we're finding out.
Yep.
Actually, the crowd was yelling at him, telling him, "Yo, you just got traded to Houston. Yeah, you just got traded to Houston." He's sitting there like looking at the chick like, "What?"
That's crazy. That's surprise social media.
So one thing I learned was I didn't know this was a new thing in the NBA, but you can now trade during the postseason before the season's even over. This was not allowed in the NBA prior seasons. I don't know when this started. But I tried to Google it, and I can't find any specific time when it started.
That's a team would have to be eliminated, right? You can't have a team that's active. Yeah.
Right. But that's never been the case before. Like, teams can only make trades after the season is completely over. And then
which would make sense, you would think.
The draft was also not for another 2 months after the postseason.
They did it bang.
The finals. Yeah, now it's like right now.
Well, I mean, I feel like the final, ending... This is the end of June. You know what I mean? That it ends. I remember 20 years ago that it was the beginning of June.
Is it the longest sport? Was it start back up in November or October? October.
Yeah. It's a long season, man.
Yeah.
Long season. Yeah. So anyway, shout out to them. Like Joey said, I think the East is completely wide open. Like Mike said, Celtics are selling. Halliburton's down, as far as Indiana. I mean, Detroit, Orlando, maybe. Right? Who knows with Milwaukee?
Yeah, no, but we have a good shot.
And
make a few adjustments and get in there.
OKC is so young. Did you see the issues with the champagne?
They didn't even know how to open the bottles.
They didn't know how to open the fucking bottles of champagne.
How do you do it? Show me.
All these reporters are like, this was the most calm championship locker room we've ever been in. Like, they were just like walking around high-fiving each other.
They knew it was, they knew they had the W once Halliburton went
Caruso.
down,
What's his name? Caruso? He's their veteran player.
Yeah.
And he was showing them how to open champagne.
Unbelievable.
He won a championship with LA, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, did you see what he said about that?
No.
I finally won a real one.
Ooh, because that was in the bubble?
He said that? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, because of COVID or because of...
I think the bubble, right?
Shortened COVID season.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder how LeBron took that. and Anthony Edwards.
So you said the regular NBA season is long. So they're floating ideas of actually shortening the regular season games, not the playoff games, but the
schedule. So from 82 to what?
No, the actual time of the games.
Yeah, we talked about this, right? Because we want to go from 12 to 10.
Yes,
10 minute quarter.
Yes. Yeah. We talked about this.
We touched on it a while ago.
Yeah, so it was brought up recently again.
Wow. So that's what, 4 less minutes a game?
No, that would be 8.
Oh, 8.
8 less minutes.
All right, so 8 minutes times.
Why is this generation
games,
so pussified?
656 minutes.
It sucks for the fan experience. Like if you go there, because basketball games, they go fast as it is, right?
2.5 hours,
right? So if they cut it down even shorter, you go there to visit, to watch a game. It's in and out. Know.
My thing is this, right? If you're cutting it down by 8 minutes, are you lowering ticket prices?
No, hell no. These
right?
Guys,
no, the problem is the last 2 minutes of the game take an hour.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
Yeah, no.
And that's true.
It doesn't matter how many minutes they shorten the game by.
They should get rid of the bonus.
The game is still going to go forever.
I agree with that, dude. I agree with that. It gets like you guys all said, it gets long real quick.
Maybe inside 5 minutes, you only go to the line if you're shooting, if you're fouled shooting.
Because you get in foul trouble real quick.
Otherwise you give possession up.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
I could keep the clock moving.
What's his name? Adam Silver?
Yeah,
bro. Hit me up, brother.
Right in, dude. Right in.
That's not bad.
Joey just had a genius idea.
That's a fucking weird looking dude, by the way. Adam Silver.
Yeah, but I like him.
He's like a white Reggie Miller.
Yeah, he is.
If like Beaker came to life or something,
I like him though, man. I like what he's doing. He's very innovative.
Yeah. I like the whole the tournament inside the season. I like it.
I agree.
It's like a soccer. That's like barred from soccer. I feel like there's always cup different tournaments inside the soccer season.
Yeah. Who won the tournament this year? See, that's how insignificant it is.
It's true.
Indiana won it last year.
Good.
Who won it this year?
Cleveland.
And for that matter, Caitlin Clark in WNBA, there's not that much excitement as it was last year, right?
Oh, I don't know.
She's getting her ass kicked.
Yeah, dude. I think it's more, to be honest with you.
Really?
Ratings are down.
I don't hear the hype.
Really?
Yeah, I don't hear the hype like it was.
She's getting fucking.
The Angel Reese, maybe,
Excuse me.
personal battle when they see each other. But after that, I haven't really heard.
All that stuff last week when the girl, knocked her down and her teammate stepped up, dude.
Yeah.
Sophie Cunningham. I never heard of her until then.
Yeah.
And dude, I love it, man. Because I was saying somebody has to step up. This girl's getting knocked around and nobody comes to her defense.
I know.
You know what I mean? And now this girl finally did. Oh, dude, took her out. Took the other girl out. It was great, and she's blowing up because of it.
Yeah, well, because they beat the shit out of Caitlin Clark. She gets shit knocked out.
Yeah.
Can I go off topic?
Go.
Did you see our commander in chief curse to the press yesterday?
Yeah.
What the fuck you talking about?
They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
It's on the show sheet, Joe.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It is. About four bullets down. Yeah.
Bullet number 4.
Yeah, but that doesn't
Stop.
stop.
Well, it'll build in.
Guys.
All right, but hey, that's all right. Little sneak peek, guys. Little sneak peek. All right. Little sneak preview. All right, let's keep it moving. Joey's in a rush. Keeping it local, and sticking with sports, and we'll wrap that up. Our Yankees and our New York Mets. Well, I mean, not our New York Mets, but we live in New York. They're slumping, man. They're slumping pretty bad. And I want to ask you guys: is this like the midsummer slump that every team goes through, or is it time to panic?
I think it's no.
Yeah, I'll tell you right. I think if you're the Mets, I think it's time to panic.
Maybe.
So I'll give
every team goes through this.
I'll give you a little take on our Yankees side that I heard on the radio, and there might be something to it. If you notice, we started slumping when Giancarlo Stanton came back to the lineup, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you remember what we said before the season started about Giancarlo and Cody Bellinger?
No.
That Bellinger is fucking married to Giancarlo's ex-girl.
Oh, that's right, bro.
Yeah, so now he's back in the lineup, and they're not doing well. I mean, yeah.
So they brought this up on the radio?
Yeah, is the personal life issues getting, and so I would like to keep an eye on the dugout and see, like, when one of them does something good, does the other one cheer and congratulate him, or is he throwing a cold shoulder? And can we pick up on that?
I almost feel like you would have to, man.
You have to fake it and be like, yeah, good job, buddy. Yeah,
just because it's. Yeah,
nice.
That was a great pop.
It was a fucking move.
You can use that if you have more.
No, thanks.
Dude, I would think you have to, right? You can't. That's you're a cancer then. You're a cancer in the clubhouse.
Was he away from the team rehabbing?
Giancarlo?
Yeah. So he's just joining the team now.
He was like, doing minor league rehabs and stuff like that. He was away from the team. Yeah.
That's interesting. I didn't think about that.
And we know so much is chemistry. Like everybody getting along.
100%, man. That's a real thing.
If there's a little beef there.
Yeah.
Or maybe this guy takes this guy's side, this guy takes this guy's side, and then it causes a separation. Who knows?
Wow.
But they're not playing good.
You got to pay attention. No, not playing good at all, bro. They got
3 out
smoked
of
by a
10.
fucking rookie pitcher, right, last night.
3 wins out of the last 10 games.
Is it that much? I thought it was 2. Is it 3?
I thought it was 3.
Okay. Not doing good, dude. The rest of the division's catching up.
I feel like there's people watching us. Is there other people watching us right now?
Yeah, we're superstars, bro.
There's people watching us outside the window? Yeah.
Sitting at the table.
Definitely a move's got to be made, before the deadline. What'd you feel? Do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. Why wouldn't you?
But like what?
So honestly, we're not scoring runs. We have decent pitching outings where you're keeping the other team to 2 runs and we're losing those games. So I think you have to pick up, some kind of hitter, some kind of slugger, something to help, push that around. Last year it was Jazz gave us a little spark. We need something like that. With that being said,
rumor was Mike Trout was being shopped with.
You said that last week. Now you heard something about that?
Yeah, Yankees and Red Sox are both in the market for a Trout.
I don't know. What do you guys think about that?
I take them.
I take them too.
Yeah,
giving up.
First of all, when anybody puts on pinstripes, they revitalize.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, they come back and then they redefine themselves.
No, but dude,
the Angels will want pitching.
That's what I'm saying. We can't afford to give up pitching, and we got guys.
I'll give him Stroman.
Fuck off.
I heard he struggled in his minor league outing yesterday. I think it was
struggled. He got his fucking ass kicked.
He did, right?
10 hits in 3 innings or some shit.
Yeah.
65 pitches.
He got loosened that.
Man, we have guys that can't stay healthy. Like Giancarlo can't. Big bat can't stay healthy, and that's been this guy's career, man.
Well, listen, we didn't need him for the regular season. He always steps up in the postseason. I'm not even on him. You know what I mean? The rest of the team just doesn't, they're not producing runs like they should. Aaron Judge has got 28 home runs. A lot of those are solo home runs. A lot of those home runs are done when, the game, is not on the line. When he came up the other day, bases loaded, 2 outs, it was every man's dream, game on the line. He's the fucking American League home run hitter. Actually, I got something to say about that.
He's one behind him.
No, but there's this guy in Seattle, the catcher over there. What's his name? Cam something?
Oh, I don't know.
He's got 31 home runs.
Oh, Judge isn't leading the league?
Gabe, just look that up. Seattle, I think he's a catcher for Seattle Mariners. He's got 31 home runs.
You know who's having a great year? Trevino in Cincinnati.
Yes.
He's having a really good year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cal Raleigh?
Cal Raleigh, yeah.
That's what he has,
31
home runs?
He has 32.
Wow.
Oh, that's ahead of fucking Judge's pace.
That's 4.
He's beasting.
No, when Judge broke it.
No, he's breaking records. Like, yeah.
He's ahead of that pace, I think. Because they said, I think Judge is ahead of that pace now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Judge has 28. Yeah.
Yeah. He had more in the second half than he did in the first half.
Is that second?
Yeah, second. So this catcher has played 2 less games than Aaron Judge.
Wow. But the problem is they're still pitching to him. They don't. A lot of guys do not pitch to Aaron Judge.
Do you know where he bats in the order? Do you know?
Honestly, I don't know. But what's a catcher spot? 7, 8, 9, something like that.
Depends on how that rest of that lineup looks.
I don't know.
Wow.
Set him up, knock him down.
I did not.
Yeah, but he's on fire.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I got to be honest with you. I thought I had my finger on the pulse of baseball. Never even heard of this fucking guy.
Oh, really? Yeah. No, he's on fire.
You?
No, I haven't heard of him either. I thought Aaron Judge was leading the league in home runs.
Yeah. Is he still? What's is his average still way up there?
It's in the 300s, but yeah.
He's not in the 4s anymore.
No, it's like 350,
he's cool.
340.
Well, anyway, I think every team goes through this, and this is a good time, in my opinion. This is a good time to go through it. We're still in June. because you want to win series in July, right? You want to beat the teams you're supposed to beat, and then you want to heat up in August.
That's right.
I agree. I'm with you. So if the midsummer summer slump is now, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Hey, really quick before we get off MLB, did you guys hear about this bullshit going on with this fan talking shit about Ketel Marte's mom passing away?
Yeah.
No.
He was crying.
This fan was heckling this player. His mom had passed away in a car accident a few years ago. So this fan starts heckling, making fun of his mom dying and shit. So
while he's at
on
bat,
the field.
while he's at bat, the fucking fan is screaming.
And he could hear it?
Yeah.
Oh my God. What a fucking sick fuck.
Yeah.
So they banned this fan. They found him and they banned him. But fucking fans are out of control.
No, listen. Fans are out of control. Listen, you don't talk about someone's dead mother, right? That's period.
No,
that's like unwritten rule.
Yeah.
But I think these guys, are callous. Like, you've been there. You've been in the bleachers or whatever. You scream at the outfield. They stand there like robots. Like they don't fucking hear a word you're saying.
I honestly don't think they hear it. I think it just sounds like a buzz to them.
Well, so that's what I'm saying. But this guy, he picked up. He was crying. Like it fucking affected him.
Is there any footage of that?
They have
Like,
to hear something because there was a player a couple of weeks ago. I think it was the Pirates in the bullpen where he got into altercation with someone in the stands and he jumps up and tries to take a swing at him.
He was telling the fan to come on down. Come on down.
Yeah, well, that fucking fan deserves.
But that's the bullpen, and the fan was hanging over the bullpen talking.
Well, I was going to say, I feel like in the outfield, they hear like Soto was hearing it when he came to Yankee Stadium and stuff.
Yeah,
but at bat, I feel like they don't hear it, right?
You would think they would be locked in, right? Just staring at that ball, looking for the rotation. That's it.
Like, was this guy right on the rail? Like, was he like,
the fan?
Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't see the fan. They showed the clip of the kid that was crying. What's his name again? Marte?
Ketel Marte.
Yeah, Ketel Marte.
But he could have been in the on deck circle hearing this too, not necessarily in the
that's
batter's
true.
box.
That's true.
They did throw the guy out, but like, what could the guy have possibly said? Like what do you say about someone's dead?
That's what I'm saying. How fucked up are you? Right?
Yeah.
How fucked up are you? I gotta be honest. If I heard some guy doing that, we're at the game and I hear some guy doing that.
You're like, shut the fuck up.
I'm saying something.
Mike, you got a fan right there.
You know what I mean?
He's trying to get your attention.
We got fans, baby.
Who's that? Yeah,
Hello there. Hi there. We'll be signing autographs from 10 to 11.
All right, anyway, yeah. So
Or $9 each.
$9 each.
yeah, guys, don't talk about other people's mom, all right?
It's crazy.
That's the lesson.
You remember that when you were a kid, your mother jokes, bro?
Yeah,
Yeah.
But then sometimes like you remember all right, listen, there's some things that are like all right, we can't be talking about each other's mom. All right, that's off limits. All right, guys, moving on. I don't know what you guys did last weekend, but our country, we bombed somebody last weekend. So we bombed Iran over the weekend. We brought this up, guys, last week, right? All this tension going on between Israel and Iran. It's been going on for a long time. A lot of back and forth, blowing each other up. It was a question of if or when the U.S. was going to get involved. Well, we officially got involved over the weekend. What's next?
My niece is in Jordan.
Why?
Studying abroad.
Wow.
And she's literally watching missiles fucking fly.
All right. It's time to get her a ticket home. No?
Like, she has hours of the day where she can't leave her apartment.
I was going to say, there's no evacuation?
No, she can't get out.
Wow.
She can't get out?
The airspace over Jordan's is closed.
Damn.
So what's her move?
Well, she just got there less than 2 weeks ago, and she's supposed to be there till September. So
oh my goodness,
no.
That's terrible.
There's nothing, like U.S. hasn't said anything, or
not yet.
Wow.
It's dangerous to be an American in those areas right now. You got all these sides fighting each other, and then we get involved, and we look like the bad guys.
Can we all agree on one thing though? Let me just finish chilling.
According to what you believe, President Trump says we obliterated them. Our Pentagon says not so much.
Iran with nuclear fucking power is not a good thing for anybody.
I agree.
No.
Yeah, but nuclear weapons is not. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can't. You don't want our friends that fly planes into buildings to have access to nuclear weapons. No.
I agree. And last week, I mean, my opinion was I would hope, but we didn't get involved. But we did. So now we're there.
That's where I have the problem. Like, listen, we supply Ukraine with all kinds of weapons and shit. They say all the time Israel has the best fucking air force. Why couldn't we just give them the missiles and let them bomb them? You know what I mean? Here,
They don't have planes that could. They don't have planes that can.
Give them the bomber. Give them the B-52. I mean, Saudi gave us a plane. We give them a B-52 bomber. Here you go.
In the last 5 days, I've learned so much about B-52s. Like all these videos I'm seeing them.
They're ugly. It looks like a Tesla truck in the fucking sky.
I think
It reminds me of a kite.
Yeah, I think they're pretty cool looking.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know that there's no communication? You're not even allowed to fucking speak. They don't talk, bro. The pilots, they have to wear all black. There's like a whole list of rules that they're not allowed to fucking.
I feel it's like a falcon in the air, like, you know what I mean, like with like those wings.
So fun fact. My dad's second wife worked on the project, the B-2 project.
What do you mean?
Building them?
Northrop Grumman.
Well, no shit. $2 billion each, dude.
I was gonna. How many are there?
52.
Wow.
Oh, that's
Now they left from where they leave from Missouri. They left from Missouri to Iran.
But did you see they sent decoys out the other way?
Yeah.
And back.
Badass.
Yeah.
And came back.
Yeah.
And that was
Okey
all.
doke.
That was like in 30 hours, something like that.
They had 32 other aircrafts supporting them, like in fuel flight, in flight
and submarines
and submarines. Yeah.
with Tomahawk missiles.
Yep. What?
Tomahawk.
Dude. Listen, nobody wants to fucking bomb another, but I'm intrigued by it. I think the tactical way we approached this was pretty fucking badass.
It was pulled off perfectly.
So then Iran, right? So that happens on Saturday, right? Iran sends some bullshit missiles over to Qatar. Qatar?
Yeah.
Yeah, to Qatar on Monday. 14 missiles were sent. 13 were intercepted. One was just set free. They said because it had no threat. That's their answer. I guess their retaliation. Some say that was coordinated with the U.S.
But yeah. I think we're fools if we think that that's their retaliation. Much like our attack on them, we didn't. We came in the middle of the night and hit them. We know
we told them we were coming too, though.
But we know these people are patient, and that we may not see the retaliation right away. We may see a homegrown attack here, later on down the road because we stuck our nose in it. Now, that's what I fear.
Do you feel
there's been 17 arrests of Iranians that are in sleepers that were.
I was just going to bring that up.
Cells.
Do you feel the sleeper cells here? Because that's what I mean. That's right. All these major cities on high alert.
Listen, we know there's sleeper cells. We know China has them. We know Russia has them. Why wouldn't Iran? Why wouldn't all the other countries that hate us have them? You know what I mean? We let everybody in. So we know that.
But is that kind of what you're referring to? You're referring to like one of these sleeper cells to wake up and hit us or do something?
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be tomorrow. It doesn't have to be a month from now. You know what I mean? They're patient, Adrian. Like these guys, they'll go to fucking flight school and fucking, you know what I mean? Like they have all the time in the world to get back at us.
Complete solitude for 48 hours. No screens for 48 hours. It's part of their code of conduct.
The B-52 guys?
Pilots, yeah.
I heard there's a toilet on the plane too.
And a microwave. They said a toilet and a microwave.
A wet bar or something like that.
How many guys can it fit?
Two.
Just two?
Yeah.
And can you walk around in that thing?
Not really.
How do you get to the toilet?
I don't think so. I think it's all in their little cabin. It's almost like a train compartment.
Like no number twos, bro. No number twos.
Don't shit in the RV.
But they said
I had Mexican yesterday.
Certain airspace they can't speak louder than a whisper.
They could get picked up on sonar or something like that.
I don't know, dude. This is
supposedly they come in undetected, right? Like,
they look like they said it looks like a bird on the fucking radar.
Yeah,
that's amazing. That's amazing, right? You're sitting there. No, it's just a bird.
Does any part of you feel like we got used by Israel to fucking do this?
Some of the shit that I've been reading, I've been kind of feeling that.
We use them actually.
I mean, some of like it depends. It depends what you read. I mean, whatever.
I'm not with Gaza,
but I'm not saying what I'm reading is true. What's being sent around and stuff. But some of it seems like he's pulling some. Netanyahu's pulling some strings. And shit.
Look at like what's going on. Like they went after Gaza, right? Then they went after Iran, and then we jump in, right? I mean, that's the way it went. It kind of looks like
how many Americans are in Israel? There's got to be.
Oh, I don't know.
A lot of Americans.
Depending on what report you hear, Israel's all American. You know what I mean? That's like basically it's like a branch of America. That's the way people are starting to fucking appeal it.
I think that's part of the reason we had to make a movie.
But are they really? You know what I mean? I don't know.
Well, there are a lot of people that come here from Israel, go to school, and then go back to Israel.
They say that the CIA and the Mossad, they like work hand in hand with everything, and.
I wouldn't be surprised if something happens here, domestically.
Unfortunately, I mean, I work in the last city that got terrorized. I just see they will hit a major city. They're not going to hit Tennessee or shit like that where there's not a lot of people. So sometimes I worry, and I would have liked to stay out of the conflict. I mean, I thought this was a regime of America first and not getting involved with all these outside countries and shit. I thought we were going to try to do an end with wars instead of,
Well, this country was also saying death to America, so we did have to do something.
Yeah, no, but they all say death to America. They've been saying that for 30, 40 years, 50 years.
And we've dealt with those countries that have said that, just like Joe Biden did 2 months before he got out of office.
Well,
who do we attack 2 months before he got out?
The Houthis.
Who?
Yemen.
Houthis?
The Woofies.
The Woofies?
I don't know who that is.
There was a military strike in Yemen just before there was a shipping issue going on.
Yeah, in December, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, so they say it and we deal with it. But that's just the way it is. So Iran has been pretty much Iran and Syria are the last two countries that are still not ready to westernize. Syria, we've tried. They tried a regime change there and it didn't work. That's why they're really hesitant now to do that again in Iran because you don't know what you're going to get.
Gotcha.
So what was the thing here? So they these three major sites, right, that had nuclear pieces,
enriched
uranium, yeah.
Which according to all reports, none of the rich uranium got destroyed.
Really?
Yeah.
What reports?
The Pentagon. Look, I mean, go to ChatGPT, look it up. So what the president says and what the Pentagon's saying, what our own intelligence agencies are telling us are two different stories. What to believe, we don't know yet. Like they need boots on the ground to go on the ground and see. But according to like Israeli fucking reports and stuff, that there was surface damage, but they still have all their enriched uranium stuff, and we just set them back a few months.
Well, I want to know because you just contradicted yourself. You said they haven't gone in there. There's no boots on the ground. So how can they confirm that it has or hasn't been destroyed?
Exactly. How can Trump tell you it's obliterated if he didn't know?
No, you're saying the uranium because I haven't seen this report. So you're saying the uranium hasn't been destroyed.
I can send
Where
it
have
to
you
you.
seen that? Send it to me.
All right,
because I don't believe that.
Of course you don't.
Well, because if the uranium is destroyed, isn't that a fucking issue too?
I don't know. Like, you mean the exposure?
Yeah.
No, because it hasn't been what do they call it? Packaged. So that's the thing. That one of those facilities was a packaging facility. They have to actually make it into a ball.
Oh, got you.
And the 60% enriched uranium is almost weapons grade, but it has to go to 90% to become weapons grade.
That's what you're saying.
Right. And so they say the whole time that they had their button, their finger near the button saying, "Oh, we'll build the weapon unless you pay us." Boom, 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 boom. And that was the diplomatic shit. Give them money. They would just keep the nuclear for energy and not for fucking weaponizing. And so that's how they were allowed to compound it. But apparently they were making too much of their rich, where they said a regular nuclear facility for energy, you only need X amount, and they had it in abundance past that. So what are you doing with the rest of that shit,
Yeah. As far as, people who have supported Trump, throughout his whole election process and, support him now, there's a lot of mixed reviews on this. You have a lot of outspoken Republicans Trump supporters that were 100% against this. And so I find that a little interesting. You know what I mean?
Me too.
I don't know. I hope this is over. You know what I mean?
All right. So there was a ceasefire in place, right? Oh, there was supposed
to be. And
who,
I think it was Israel, as far as
that's right.
I think it was Israel that kicked it off. And then, Joey, what you brought up a few minutes ago, now they're interviewing Trump.
Yeah.
Right?
What did he say? They don't know what the fuck they're doing? Or
Yeah.
something?
Well, hold on. So I have the timeline. Someone had actually posted this, and it was a really good timeline. First, Trump announces that there was a ceasefire, giving 6 hours for both sides to wrap up their operations that they already had planned. So there was already an agreement that there was going to be missiles fired off. So after that, Israel starts to bomb Iran heavily. After that, Iran shoots 5 missiles at Israel. One of them killed 4 people. After that, Trump's deadline goes into effect, and Iran shoots another barrage. After that, Trump announces his deadline is in effect on Truth Social and asks for no more firing. Iran fires one more missile 3 hours later, which does not land per Israel's reports and all that. Israel vowed to respond. Trump publicly demands that Israel not respond and that the planes turn around.
Okay.
Okay. So it was Iran, I guess. They're not Israel. All right. So, now what is that? So when they say they announce a ceasefire and stuff, but they say when you do that, it's still expected to, these guys are going to, fire at each other again.
Yeah. I think it's like,
so you have a deadline, by 10 o'clock tonight,
Yeah. So we know that the ceasefire is real and active after 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. There's no more fucking missiles.
Tomorrow?
No,
he's just giving an example.
Which is crazy to me. Like, so they said Netanyahu said that he couldn't stop certain strikes. How could you can't pick up the phone and be like, stop, red light, don't turn the key, don't push the button. It takes 2 fucking seconds to get on the phone.
As far as I'm concerned, right, they're not firing anything without this guy say so, right?
Right?
I would think so.
But they need 6 hours, advance notice?
I don't know.
It sounds like bullshit to me. With all the technology we have.
I'm sorry to say, Agent, but I had to fact check you on the approval of the strikes, and you're incorrect. The approval rating is much higher than what you had said.
Oh, no. Really I said there's a lot of people mixed reactions as far as that support him. You have so Marjorie Taylor Greene, very outspoken, right? Very outspoken.
So I'm just going by what the
Candace,
CBS poll says here. I'm going
Carson,
by what the CBS
Tucker,
poll here.
And all his supporters.
Hold on. It'd be great if I can explain this poll that I'm showing.
It would be great.
Yeah, but you keep interrupting me.
Yeah, well, who wants to hear the shit that comes out of your mouth?
Come on, go ahead, Gabe.
Well, it's factual what I'm telling you.
All right, let's see. Let's go ahead. So first, cite the source.
Oh my God, forget it. I guess no one's interested in the truth.
I am.
I'm listening. I'm watching.
No, fuck it. Mike doesn't want to hear the truth. That's the problem with Democrats.
What's the source?
They don't want to hear the truth. They like being lied
what
to.
Source you got?
This is
I just showed it. It was CBS.
All right, so play.
You're too busy fucking talking.
Mike, Adrian, Gabe, put that graphic.
This was directed towards me. You're trying to fact check me.
I was in the middle of reading it.
It's good.
It's not a video, right? It's just a graphic.
No, it's just a photo. This is from CBS.
85%.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to read. I can't see it.
All Republicans approve 85%, disapprove 15%.
Okay. So
MAGA Republicans approve 94%, disapprove 6%.
Okay. So like I said there's some pretty outspoken Republicans out there that you're getting mixed reviews on this. Right? That's what I said. I didn't say there's the percentage of people, disagreed.
But the ratio is far exceeds what the narrative is.
But I'm saying, you had some very outspoken Republicans, and I bring up Marjorie Taylor Greene, like I said, who's been supporting him, and fucking, she's a lunatic. You know what I mean, on the floor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like her.
She's out there saying that we shouldn't have got involved, right? Mike's guy Tucker Carlson, right? He agrees that he should have got involved. You had, Ben Shapiro. I don't know if Ben Shapiro was kind of back at what Mike was saying.
But he went back and forth. He went a little bit.
Candace Owens.
That's what I was about to say is these people go back and forth depending on how the fucking wind blows.
But I'm saying, like Candace, now these people, they've all been outspoken against the left. You know what I mean? So you would think they would support him in this. and they seem like they don't. That's what the one point I was trying to make.
So that's the thing about it is it's not that. How can I explain this? They're more concerned about the optics of it with Israel. There's one side that says we're doing too much. We're doing too much for Israel.
That was on.
And there's another.
I got it this time.
All right, Mike's.
There's one side, and this goes on the liberal side too. There's a lot of people that think that we're doing too much for Israel.
Yeah, I mean,
and that's where these people lie. Yeah. So that's why they're saying this. But in reality, everyone still backs up Trump. That's a Republican.
I don't know if I agree with
every
that.
Republican.
Yeah,
right?
not every Republican. And that's the only point.
Well,
I was
not every
trying to make.
Republican, because I'm not talking about rhinos.
Yeah, no, and I'm saying like, and the majority may have supported this. I'm saying, but you had some very outspoken people that don't support it. That I found interesting.
Do you call like?
I mean, you have a handful of people. That's not what I would call a good ratio to. That's more
but
painting.
I never said a number. I never said a ratio.
I understand. Well, you just gave just a handful of names.
Yeah,
but that's just what I'm saying is.
Are those
what I'm saying
though?
is I'm saying what you're painting a narrative that's not true.
No. All right, Gabe. So if one person who's very outspoken against the left, right, and is a huge Donald Trump supporter, does not agree with this, does that back up what I'm just saying?
Well, see, you're saying two different things though.
No, because I never gave a number.
Well, no, you didn't.
Have you guys ever had Five Guys burgers before?
No. I'm here. Dude, we're having this is a healthy debate. No one's getting.
Yeah. So maybe I'm misunderstanding, but it sounded like you were saying that all of these outspoken Republicans
Never. Yeah.
are against
that's an absolute. I never said all.
Okay,
I said,
okay. I take it back then.
But can I ask you a question? Like the ones that he named, like Candace and Marjorie and Tucker, and they truly were Trump supporters.
Yeah.
100%.
Huge throughout the campaign.
Do you call them rhinos? Are they rhinos considered to you?
No, but I threw rhinos in with that analogy because of what he was saying. That's why I just said I take it back.
I mean, because they're dieharders. I mean, to me, they were dieharders, and you know what their point is? They feel like he's not keeping up on his promise during his run for election. Like, America first.
Well, because they were panicking. They were panicking. They thought that this was a war, and it's not a war. It's a military action. That's what all liberals were thinking too, that this was a war.
I agree. This is not war.
And there was no declaration of war.
Right. Yeah. It just started. You know what I mean?
But I'm saying, but we're not there yet.
And we've had these guys already. After he had a phone call with them, don't do it. And they fucking turned their back one day later and fucking went at each other. You know what I mean? So right now it seems to be calm and they seem to be listening, and it's not a war right now. But is Israel gonna fucking let up on the gas? They've been on a fucking tear going after Gaza. So now they're going after Iran.
So why not try? I mean, you're making it sound like it's not worth trying. Why not try?
Oh, we are trying, and we have no.
But you're making it sound like it's not worth trying to do any peace deals.
No, you have to try.
What are you doing this for? They're just gonna fucking fire it anyways. Like it doesn't make any sense. It's so negative.
Because the people you're dealing with aren't on the same page as us. They have their own agendas, and America.
Well, we
really,
have our own agendas too, and it's peace, and we don't want nukes fired at us from people saying death to America.
Okay.
What do you think? So if one of these sleeper cells do wake up and launch some kind of attack on us, what do we do from there? You know what I mean? Are we going fucking balls to the walls now? Yeah. I mean, you're just going to wipe, these guys off the map? Like,
depends what it is, I think.
Right?
So you mean what? Like if a number of lives, like is there a cap? Like if it's four dead, then we're not sure. But if it's 20, then it's different.
If they run a truck into a church and start shooting that shit up, is do we take that as an attack? And
I would say,
and do we retaliate from that? Or do you cap it there and you kind of wait for the next time they fucking come at you?
Well, let's talk about what the definition of the sleeper cell and the ability of that cell and the size of that cell. I mean, in reality, these sleeper cells are 5 people. They're not 20, 100 people militias like, you might think or see on a TV show or something like that.
I mean, for years, they tell us they could get a nuclear bomb in a suitcase. Right?
I know, but how many people, took down, 9/11? How many people?
5, 6, I don't know. Yep. How many did they have on those planes?
I think it was 7.
7?
Yeah.
It doesn't take much to fucking
that's what I'm saying.
Take out fucking 4,000 people.
And that's the point I'm getting at, is these sleeper cells are not in the masses that people think. It's just small pockets, 5.
But I'm saying, but a small number could do great damage.
Yes. Yeah. But we've put checks and balances into place to prevent certain things now. Yeah. So the reality of a plane flying into a building again is very, very low.
We're talking about war. I saw a woman, she was in the press corps asking Donald Trump a question about Ukraine, because her husband is over there as a soldier. And he's like, listen, I see the concern in your face. I understand what you're saying. He's like, unfortunately, right now, we're spread between Ukraine and Israel with our weapons. Like, so now are we sending weapons to Israel as well right now? You know, I mean, that's what I kind of picked up from that.
We sell countries weapons all the time. I mean, just because.
Are we selling or supplying?
One is more active.
Like, we don't sell to Ukraine. We give them to them for free.
No, we don't supply. We sell. There would be no reason for the country to lose money.
When we give Ukraine, you know, all those missiles and shit, we sold them to them.
That was yes, no. So we gave them money. We gave them money, and they used that money to purchase
buy weapons from us,
or from whoever.
That makes no sense.
Because they.
I'm just wondering, like, are we going to start funding Israel with weapons and shit like that? Are we going to have another Ukraine on our hands where we're going to start funding them as well? You know, I think as it is right now, we on a regular basis give them about $3 billion a year. You know, Israel.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. Is that going to go up now?
It's a large number. I don't know exactly. Is it? Yeah,
3.2 or something like that. God.
Don't worry, Gabe's going to fact check you.
It's around that 3.2.
Where's that sound effects? There it is.
But you know, like, I mean, is it? You know, are we spreading out? Are we going to do that again? You know,
the price is wrong.
Primarily in military aid in recent years, it has averaged $3.8 billion per year.
So you 8? I was off. Sorry,
man.
I thought 3.2. I was reading old numbers.
Who gives us money?
Nobody, bro.
Who gives us money?
Nobody.
The fuck, man.
Those are all your tax dollars. Bro, imagine if each American, you know, that money was redistributed amongst everybody. We'd be living a lot better lives. I'll tell you that.
Well,
much.
I'm glad you brought that up because NATO just agreed that they're going to increase their contribution to 5% per country, thanks to Donald Trump.
Very good.
That means less money from us going to NATO.
That's great.
Now,
I know. He was doing that in his first term, right?
Yeah, he's trying to make them pay their fair share.
Now, if it was up to me, I know Congress has to approve, but if it was up to me, we would just get out of NATO completely.
Oh, what are you saying, Daddy?
Look, like, I think you agree.
What was that about?
I think you agree that we're tired of being the world's police.
Yeah. I do. I agree. No doubt about it, man. You know, it's funny. I feel like we never call on, you know, we have all these allies, but we never call on them.
Thank God we don't have.
I agree.
Right.
I agree.
But you say that, but I remember
the first people getting called.
Like when we went to Afghanistan, we, you know, UK joined us, Canada joined us, like other countries joined us in that front. You know what I mean? We weren't there by ourselves. We did have our allies and their boots on the ground. It wasn't as big a presence of the United States because, you know, we're a big dog, but they did have guys out there. I don't know what other countries besides those two, but you know, there definitely was a united front out there, you know?
Yeah. All right. I mean, you know, maybe you're right. I'm just thinking of history. You know what I mean? We're fucking back to back.
Because we don't ask nobody for money and shit like that. We don't say, hey, we need missiles. Hey, we need, you know, cash. You know, we're the big brother. We're handing it out. You know,
we have the best shit. That's why
3.8 billion, bro. Man. All right, we spent a lot of time on that. To be continued, right? We'll just keep you know, see what happens, and hopefully this peace.
Listen, the only, you know, right now economically, I think we're gonna feel it in the gas pump.
Oh, gas prices.
Yeah, it went up 10 cents.
Oh, more than that, man.
Yeah,
yeah.
Gabe, just play the clip.
Gas prices today. Gas prices today are not a reflection of what is happening today. The gas prices of today is a reflection of what has happened in the past month or two, because oil is purchased in advance and then sold off. So what you're seeing right now is not a reflection of what is happening today.
So we're gonna get hit hard during the summer then, in a month or two.
Well, I don't know. They said the price of oil is down right now, right?
Yeah, oil's down right now.
I heard that Iran wants to maybe close some kind of strait. You heard this?
I didn't.
No, they're not doing it. That was part of the agreement. And
And
they
that's
couldn't
true.
do it anyway because they supply oil to China and Russia. So they would
Right.
be cutting off their allies. So they can't. It's just a weak threat.
All right, man. This week, fucking becoming a political podcast here.
Yeah.
Sticking with politics, do you guys hear that? You think it's possible that the next New York City mayor could be a Democratic socialist?
No.
Look, whatever. I will gloss over this real quick. I don't really know much about the guy, but he won the primary. He beat out Andrew Cuomo, who was the heavily favorite going into it. This really doesn't affect us. We live out here on Long Island. It doesn't affect us too much. Mike, it affects you probably the most out of everybody here.
Coleman would have been better for the unions in New York City.
Yeah.
100%. This cat, I don't know. He's got some, crazy, theories or whatever. I don't think he has a shot. I think Eric Adams, unfortunately, for the people in New York City, I think they're going to run again with him.
Is all his legal battles behind him?
It seems to be.
I don't believe so. I don't think so.
But you don't hear anything.
No,
about
you don't
it.
hear it, but I don't think it's over.
Explain this to me. Adams is a Democrat, right?
Yes. Yep.
And
so this was the
other
Democratic
guy was
primaries.
a Democrat, right?
I think he's going to run as independent, I think, or something, right? This guy?
Who, Abu Dhabi?
No, the
Zohan?
yeah, right? Because if he wins the prize, he can't.
He won the Democratic, right? Nomination yesterday?
That's what I was trying to figure out, because if they're both Democrats, how are they both running in the
Yeah,
primary?
I'm not exactly sure, but I'm pretty sure he won the Democratic primary yesterday. So he gets this, he gets to go against. I don't understand, because Adams is a Democrat.
Dude, I don't get it either, man. But I just find this interesting like that. It's just once again, strange times that we're in. That this is who's getting elected. You know what I mean? Like
So
this guy.
they're trying to push him forward. Yeah,
His policies. He's a socialist. You know what I mean? And it's just like, is that where we're at now? You know, is New York City? Is that where the direction they're heading? I don't know.
a lot of big
So
cities. they were
looks
like,
like it looks like he's for ending cash bail, repealing the walk while trans ban. I don't know what that means. Decriminalize sex work. So he wants to basically legalize prostitution. He wants to legalize marijuana, permit safe injection sites, restricted solitary confinement, enact elder parole, re-enfranchise incarcerated New Yorkers, decriminalize simple drug possession, repeal all mandatory minimum sentences, which is mind-blowing, reduce maximum sentences with retroactive effect, repeal felony bump-up statutes, repeal sentencing enhancements, and cooperation with ICE.
And that's what's winning.
yeah, I don't think he's got a shot.
Anyway, I just found it interesting. Just want to know, Mike, more than anything, I just want to kind of get your take on it. Because like I said,
Cuomo would have been the guy, sad that he didn't have enough votes to, pull through. I don't know if the controversy with him grabbing ass or the way he handled COVID, I don't know, something's still lingering. I mean, you would think a governor would have so much experience. If he's your mayor, he's got the connections, he knows all the rules, he knows the ins and outs.
He didn't go out good, dude.
But
he's kind of a disgraced governor.
I know, but he was experienced, you know what I mean?
I mean, hey, like I said, they said he was the favorite heading into this. This was kind of shocking.
You think him starting to lean a little bit more right caused that to happen?
I don't know. I mean, possibly. I mean, New York City, maybe. New York City is very blue. Anyway, we'll see. Moving on real quick.
You my boy, Blue.
Five Guys. Okay. Moving on to food right now. Five Guys Burger Chain is recognized as the best burger chain in New York. Mike, what are your thoughts, dude? What do you got to say about that?
I honestly don't. I don't agree, but I think people were infatuated with Five Guys fries.
They're
right?
what?
They're fries.
No, but what's the word?
Five Guys fries.
What did he say? What did
He said, I can repeat it. You want me to repeat it? He said, infatuated.
Infatuated? They get infatuated with those fucking fries.
Stop it.
It is a nice fry, right? It's a real potato. They make them right in front of you.
Yeah,
it's not like a McDonald's fry when it comes out of a frozen bag.
That we've seen.
But the burger could be beat by the Bacon King by Burger King. Thank you.
That's a nice fry.
But the burger could be it could be beat by the Bacon King by Burger King. Thank you. But the burger could be
So in your opinion, I know there's probably not an episode that goes by you don't bring up Burger King, right? At some point.
The Bacon King.
Do you really feel
Don't know what the
That
fuck
bro,
they're
that's a good
doing.
burger.
that's a better burger than?
It's a good burger, bro. It's a good burger. You gotta try it. You gotta try it.
No, I think I've had it before.
That shit is heavy. I couldn't even finish one the other day. It was.
Colin
I'm
Cap.
telling you.
Yeah, I don't know. I love Five Guys. I really do. I gotta be honest. But Joey, you're more of a Shake Shack guy over.
I am. I got to be honest. I haven't had Five Guys in a while. I got to refresh my memory.
Yeah.
But Shake Shack to me at this moment is better than Five Guys.
All right, cool.
So the article I read said that Shake Shack and Five Guys go back and forth every year in New York for the best franchise burger.
Nice.
I got to get there this week.
I would prefer Shake Shack better than Five Guys myself.
Yeah.
But yeah. But Burger King is the best.
Sticking with food, you guys read about this maybe thing. Has there ever been any kind of food that traumatized you as a kid? Have you had an experience?
I threw up in my bowl of Cheerios one time, and I haven't had Cheerios since.
Dude,
That's fucking nasty.
I threw up after eating Big Macs. I haven't had a Big Mac since.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't had a Big Mac since.
Really?
Yeah,
That's scary.
there's never been a situation like that that's had that. Like where you guys have
It happened to me with Gatorade, believe it or not.
You don't drink Gatorade?
I drink it now, but I didn't for a long time. I was sick. You know when you're sick, your mom
Yeah,
gives you
hydrate.
Gatorade?
Yeah.
I drank so much of it one time when I was sick. I got fucking sick
No,
from the Gatorade.
Oh, wow.
And it was probably, I don't know, 7-8 years where I didn't drink Gatorade.
Yeah. See that's crazy, yo.
So one time, I love my mother to death. She tried to get fancy one time and make this salad with like romaine lettuce and shit. And then she put oil and vinegar on it. You know, bro,
itself.
I was like 9 years old. I don't eat oil and vinegar, right? So, I tried the romaine with it. I couldn't do it. Dude, she made me sit there all night, till like 1 a.m, like with the plate, with the bowl in front of me, like
To finish it?
TV off, fucking one light on in the kitchen. And I'm sitting there with a bowl of salad, just staring at it, and so to this day, I can't do a salad romaine and oil and vinegar.
Really?
Right? So, yeah, I gotta have like a creamy, blue cheese dressing or something like that.
I can't think of one salad dressing I don't like. I like all the dressings.
Yeah,
Thousand Island.
yeah.
I don't like
Anything
Thousand Island
creamy.
on a salad though. I like Thousand Island on a Reuben.
Me too.
You know what I mean? But not on a salad.
Yeah, a salad with cucumbers and stuff. Oh my god.
I like Thousand Island on a patty melt.
Do you like raw onion on your burger?
Yeah, it looked crunch.
I do. But if I had a pick,
Red onion.
Red onion.
the crispy onion.
Ooh.
Onion strings.
Oh, yeah.
Avino's does it. Dude, Avino's will make that and you ordered onion strings on it?
I don't like that on my steak though. People do it on steak too,
Yeah.
right? Mashed.
I
A
like it on all
crunch.
of it. Yeah. Raw onion, I can't really eat raw onion anymore, man. As I get older, it just kind of, I don't digest it well.
Oh, I love it. Red onion, man, is so good.
Red onion, you ever cook red onion? It stinks the fucking whole house
It
up, right?
does.
Yeah. Get on your fucking clothes.
Broccoli too stinks the house.
Yeah. Broccoli too.
I hate fucking broccoli. I don't like broccoli, man.
You don't like
I
Whoppers?
like what?
You don't like Whoppers?
Oh no, I love Whoppers. Broccoli. I prefer broccoli raw than cooked.
That's crazy. You like that crunch and drying.
Yeah, I dip it.
That's how my wife eats it.
Yeah.
That's her snack when she gets home from school.
Yeah, broccoli and dressing, bro.
Yeah.
Problem with broccoli and asparagus is your piss smells like it afterwards.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh,
Broccoli and
I know.
asparagus.
I know that's true with asparagus. I never noticed it with broccoli.
I never noticed with broccoli either.
Your farts. Broccoli make you fart. Yeah.
Broccoli makes you gassy.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, what about you? Anything, any kind of food traumatized you as a kid at all?
yeah, the Cheerios.
Oh, you said
the
that.
Cheerios.
You still that off.
Regular flavored
Yeah,
Cheerios.
just the regular Cheerios. I had banana in it, and
put-
I don't remember how it happened, but I was obviously drunk and came home wanted something to eat, so I had that, and something just hit. And
Yeah, it's
it
the
made me
milk and
throw
the
up.
liquor. The milk and the liquor curled.
'Cause if they were honey nut, you'd have been fine.
Wait, so you put banana?
Yeah.
That's funny you said that. I tried to introduce that to my kids the other day. Put fruit in their cereal, and they want nothing to do with it.
When I was younger, I used to do a lot, man. I used to put bananas and strawberries.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me too,
yeah.
dude.
It becomes more like a meal.
I was gonna say that, and then the milk. At the end.
Blueberries too.
Never did blueberries.
They're against it though, huh?
Yeah, they don't want to do it.
Try Asian's trick. Crumble up a chocolate chip cookie in there. See if they eat that.
Try that.
Great idea.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I did that last week. I don't know. I was craving. Told you I've been on a tear the past 2 weeks.
Like Chips Ahoy or a homemade cookie?
No, Chips Ahoy. It was a bad couple weeks for me, and it might have been 3 cookies. I crushed. Just saying.
What kind of cereal does that go with?
So good. I mixed. It was a mix between Honey Nut Cheerios and Captain Crunch berries.
I can't stop.
And chocolate chips all in one bowl.
Oh, dude.
I can't stop buying Frosted Flakes, bro.
Oh, Frosted Flakes good, man.
I fucking love them.
That milk afterwards is the best. It's so sweet and delicious.
Ashley's like, stop bringing this shit home, man. Because she's eating it, I'm eating it,
Yeah.
kids are eating it. It's fucking good.
Dude, that's like cinnamon toast
great.
crunch. Cinnamon toast crunch is like not allowed in my house. You know what I mean? Because it's just nope, gone.
You ever just on the couch watching TV? You know what? I'm gonna have a fucking bowl
Bowl
of cereal.
cereal.
Late night bowl cereals hit the best.
It's almost like ice cream, right? It
Yeah.
is cold and refreshing.
Dude, when I used to work 3 to 11s, that was like 3 days a week. I'd come home, you know what I'm saying,
Cereal.
11:30, and because everybody's sleeping, and you got to unwind and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm fucking just sitting there with a bowl of cereal watching TV.
I do that when I make a pig out of myself for eating during the day. Then I'll eat that bowl of cereal at night, and I know when I wake up in the morning.
Yeah, but do you
it's
think
all
about that
gone.
bowl of cereal on your way home?
You know, that,
Oh yeah, this is the dude.
that
Yeah.
lactose, tear it up. And,
I'm at a red light, like fuck, bro. I just want to get home to that bowl of cereal.
really?
I'm being like right, like a
Like his girlfriend.
like a sweet sugary cereal, like nothing, like it just hits, bro. Peanut butter and jelly just hits. Like there's some things that it just you can't compete with.
You know what I have to do? My cereal has to be soggy. I have to let
Oh,
it
no.
be soggy.
Nah, I like the crunch.
I like a little soggy Captain Crunch. Like I'll let Captain Crunch sit.
Like the second I pour the fucking milk in, the spoon in that bitch. is
yeah,
like a
well,
second,
well,
bro.
No, after I crumble the cookie, then the spoon's in it.
And I could be,
You know what's so?
I could be getting yelled at, getting called for in the other room. I'm not leaving my cereal till that shit's gone.
You know what's so underrated as a cereal? Honey Golden Crisp.
I don't know what that is.
Never heard of that.
You know the one with the bear? Can you get
Oh,
enough
yeah,
sugar
yeah,
Golden
yeah.
Crisp?
Is that what it's called?
Oh, Sugar Crisp.
No, it's like
There was-
sugar Golden Crisp.
There was golden.
There's honeycomb.
Golden grams, honeycombs, and Sugar Crisp.
I loved Golden Grams.
It was
Sugar
one
Crisp
with
had the bear though.
It was the one with the black bear. Yeah,
Oh, the black bear. No, I don't remember the black
yeah,
bear.
because he had that soul going on with his song in the commercial.
No, I don't think that. I mean, at least I don't think. Right? I never heard of that.
That dude's definitely black.
All right. Now, what kind of spoon do you eat your cereal with? Big spoon or little spoon?
Big spoon.
I need a little spoon.
Like a
What?
teaspoon?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I do the
really?
little spoon too.
I ate a
did the little
teaspoon.
spoon.
No, Big Spoon gets
Has
a
to
lot
be.
of
I'll
milk
try
on
that
it.
tonight.
Yeah. Has to be a teaspoon. Dude, like if all teaspoons are dirty, I'm going in the dishwasher and I'm washing a fucking teaspoon. Has to be
I'm
a
with you
teaspoon.
right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
See, I don't know. Same thing with ice cream. I have to eat ice cream with a teaspoon.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to try that for real.
I don't know. Maybe it lasts
I'm the
longer.
same way.
All right, cool. Anyway, moving on. That's food, right?
He's got the angry face
I'm
up.
telling you though, right? It is amazing how we just take a turn when we start talking about food.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? I just light up. It was just fucking this pod was going down for a second. I just fucking light up when we start talking about food. Anyway, speaking of, you guys,
Oh, good for you.
fuck you. Has anybody been watching Love Island?
Hey, fuck you, man.
No,
But I've heard, is
Is that a reality show?
yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Fuck no.
is it on Peacock?
I'm not gay no more. I am delivered.
I haven't watched it because I don't have Peacock, but I was reading about it and I brought this up to my daughter and she was telling me that it's like huge right now.
Yeah,
It's on, I think every day, but Sunday and Wednesday. And it's like, so whatever takes place today, they'll air like in 48 hours.
Get at
Yeah.
it.
So so these people are on this island. They have no phones, no social media. So they don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? So this stuff is happening. It's almost,
Real time.
almost live, real time. There you go. And, bars, local bars around here, right? So she's 22. She's hanging out. She's out in the scene and local bars are Birdie's right here in Patchogue. They've been noticing that, during the weekdays that business has been slow.
Because of this.
And they think it's because of this. So now what are they doing? They're having a Love Island nights and they're encouraging people to come down to these bars to watch the show.
Wow. Watch parties.
I haven't watched it, but Jalen Brunson,
Talked about it?
well, he made a comment about he made a post on, let's say, X or TikTok or whatever it was, And he says, I'm so confused right now. And it was like the day after they fired the coach of the Knicks. And then he came back about an hour later. He's like, I'm sorry, folks. I'm talking about Love Island, not the Knicks.
Yeah.
So when he said that was about a week and a half ago and stuff. And there's been a lot of talk about, but yeah, me personally, I can't get into that shit.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I've never.
I don't even know what is the basis. Like strangers on the island, they gotta fall in love.
I don't know. I don't know if it's like a Bachelor kind of thing. Whereas
I know there's Temptation Island, right? How is it different than that?
I don't know.
I don't know. Like I said, never heard of it.
If I was going to watch one, I'd watch Naked and Afraid, I think. But
Survivor's still on the air, bro.
Yeah,
like that 35 seasons or something like that. Yeah,
I used to love that show.
Never really got into that show. Not too much.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just wanted to bring. I just thought, because it's trending right now, it's hot. I thought for sure, Joey, you'd be watching.
No, you know what? Someone recently told us to watch it, and we haven't.
Do you have Peacock?
I think.
Yeah. All right. Gabe, I'm assuming you're not.
I've never even heard of that show.
Okay.
You never heard of it?
No.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a buzz around it lately, but yeah.
It's the one with Flavor Flav when he gives out roses.
No.
There was one.
That was a rehab thing or something, right?
No, there was
Celebrity
something
rehab?
like Flavor of Love, right?
Yes.
Flavor of Love.
Yeah.
Adrian trying to act like you don't.
No, I remember that was on MTV. I remember that. Because what's her name was on it, right? Was it Brigitte? No.
Brigitte Nielsen, yeah.
No, that was a different show.
No, she was on there with Flav.
No, I think they were all living in a house together.
Oh, that was rehab. That's Celebrity Rehab.
Yeah, there you go. That's fucking.
Do you guys watch a lot of TV on your phone?
No.
I do on my commutes.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, what are you talking about? This guy comes over my house in there, right? He's walking in my backyard. He's watching TV.
I was watching the game.
What game? Oh, okay.
It was the finals. Yeah, I didn't want, it was like 10 after 8 or whatever, and it had just started, so I was cruising over there.
He walks. He's fucking walking in my backyard. And he's like this as he's walking.
Hey man.
No, why do you?
Some more than ever lately.
Yeah.
Like if the kids have something on, I'll just pick up my phone and put something on.
Had I not been watching my phone, I would have never seen Halliburton's leg pop.
Oh.
He went down right then, when I was coming over. That shit looked fucked up, man. It looked. You could see. You could see it rise, bro.
Oof.
His calf muscle just jumped up towards his knee.
And then he just put his head down and started banging on the floor, bro.
Yeah.
We knew he was in pain.
Good luck. Get better. Get well soon.
I thought it was a 12-month injury. They're saying he's going to be back.
No way. He won't play next year.
They said July.
For the playoffs, for me.
That's 12 months.
Yeah, that's 12 months.
Maybe I thought they said something different, actually.
No, he's not playing next year. None of these guys are, dude. Tatum, Lillard.
Yeah. What did Kyrie do? Is that Achilles or knee?
Kyrie signed a 3-year deal today.
I saw that. I don't know what he did. I don't think it was an Achilles.
Oh.
I think it might have been his knee. KD was Achilles.
Yeah.
Klay Thompson, Achilles.
KD was in the playoffs too, right?
Gabe, and I did text you that article, Gabe, from Fox.
What'd you say?
No, it was Gabe. I texted him an article before from Fox.
All right, before we wrap things up with the Brew Crew email, Mike D, what do you got?
I think that's about it. Bro.
Yeah, right, there's always something.
No, I was gonna say that Giancarlo thing, but it fell into Yankees, Mets, and I think that's about it.
So that's it.
Yeah, I mean, I think we got everything out politically. Listen, like our president Trump said, God bless America, God bless Israel, God bless Iran, God bless the world. Hopefully, we could put all this shit behind us. Maybe for once he could work out his fucking deal and these guys, stand by it, and we have peace in the Middle East. I don't know.
Has there ever been another president that cursed like that to the media?
I don't think so.
I think it was a little disrespectful.
They caught Biden on a hot mic.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, curse, but that's not what he did.
Yeah.
He knew exactly what he was doing, dude. He dropped the F-bomb and he fucking just walked away. He knew that was going to be a soundbite. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was pretty funny.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
There it is. There it is.
They know what they're doing. They're killing each other. They hate each other.
Sometimes just like
Biggest
us.
load that we've seen.
That's so great. All right. Let's wrap things up with the Brew Crew email.
Barb.
Brew Crew email. Hey,
Welcome. You've got mail.
we appreciate those that Joey, fuck. Because he just sneezed before. We appreciate those that listen and that write into us. This is really one of my favorite parts of the podcast. So please be sure to like, share,
and subscribe.
follow, and subscribe. If you subscribe, you'll never miss an episode. All right, Joey, what's our email?
Brew Crew at beersandbs.com.
.com.
Mike D, where can everybody find us?
Anywhere you find your podcasts, such as Apple, Amazon, Odyssey, Spotify, YouTube, you name it, we're out there. Check us out.
Very good.
Make it easy.
And be sure to like, share, follow, subscribe. Okay, first email question is from Brandon from Brooklyn. Brandon from Brooklyn's the first time emailing.
Hey, Brandon.
All right,
What's up,
Brandon.
brother?
Brandon from Brooklyn. He says it's officially summer. What's your favorite summertime activity? Let's kick that off.
All right, Brandon, let me tell you, normally, I like to just relax on the beach, and I would say that would be my, favorite summertime activity. But I think this year is going to change a little bit because a good friend of mine got a kegerator in their backyard, and it's stocked with Stella, and it's ice cold, and I think that would be my new summertime activity.
That's a great.
So good, right?
That's a great addition.
Yeah,
Oh, it was nice.
dude. Hell yeah, bro. And I put a TV up.
Yeah. It's like being in a bar in the backyard.
Bro,
Nice.
and I put a TV up. It's been good.
That's tits.
Yeah, you gotta come over.
I will.
So that's what I would like to do this.
Very cool. There's nothing wrong with that, man. And you got. What's your beach trip?
The end of July into the first week of August. Yeah, the last week. Yeah.
All right, it's coming up. Joey,
It's
what about you,
coming up.
buddy? What's your favorite summertime activity?
I think beach is the easy answer because I do love that. But I think concerts. I like going to concerts in the summertime. Right? We went the other day. And,
I think we had an awesome
and
time.
I feel like, all right, now it's summer. We're at an outdoor show.
I feel like we really didn't bring that up.
No,
what I mean?
we didn't talk about our
We went 2 weeks ago.
DMV excursion.
Yeah.
But we did it was an awesome night for a fucking concert.
Beautiful.
Oh my God.
Our cousin
Mike
Vinny
D-
hooked it up.
Mike D was at his second Dave show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got 2 under my belt, kiddos.
And it was once again, our cousin Vinny hooked us up. Best seats. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I don't know.
Yeah.
Why would you want to sit anywhere else?
No, we had waitress serve. It was nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect view of the thing. The climate was perfect.
Very grateful.
We really couldn't ask for much more. Joey would have liked a little less political banter by DMB, but
That's right.
Yeah, dude.
but he was expressing himself.
I'll tell you, that's
like a lot of artists do.
That is the first time, though. I've been to a few shows with Joey. I don't know. I feel like 5 or 6. That's the first time I've seen Joey get angry.
Yeah, and he was like,
Right.
"Shut the fuck up and play
Yeah.
the music."
It was too much, man. It was too much.
Yeah.
I mean, people go to these events to escape from all that shit and clear their mind for 3 hours, right? And have some fun. We don't want to hear that shit.
I gotcha.
No, really, sports and stuff, that's your getaway.
Yeah.
Right? You want to put all your worldly problems behind you and enjoy your actual, yourself, with these things. And there's a time and place for everything.
Yes.
I agree, man. I agree.
I stopped listening to Howard Stern. I was a diehard Stern fan for
Yeah, same here.
25 years, dude, at least. It got me through my male career listening to him. every
Dude,
day.
well, he took a hard left turn, that kid. Fucking hard.
It was too much, bro. He didn't fucking stop every day. He'd go on rants for 30, 45 minutes at a time, and it was enough. I stopped listening. Haven't listened to him since before COVID.
That's a shame. I'll catch some of his interviews on social media.
Yeah.
I started losing interest once Ari fucking left the show.
Yeah.
Well, to me, it wasn't that funny after.
Is Artie alive?
Yeah. He did something recently. He was telling a story, one of his crazy drug stories.
He doesn't look the same.
He looks totally different.
His face is all fucked up.
Yeah. Oh, he had one of those fucked up
You know what
cocaine
happened?
nose jobs.
It was fucking like glass shards and a fucking bump he did.
No.
Yeah.
No, he had something medically happened where it just so happens that his nose was involved with it, and they had to cut out his
Jesus.
a bone or something like that.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I thought it was all from
It definitely doing yayo, right?
Coke?
That's what he talked
It did
about.
a lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
it contributed definitely.
yeah.
All right, we went off the rails here for a little bit, Brandon in Brooklyn, but back on it. Gabe, what about you? What's your favorite summertime activity?
Sitting on my couch in the air conditioning.
Nice.
Polishing your guns.
Yes. Anything that involves air conditioning, I'm there.
Yeah.
When your dad comes, do you have to put the guns away, or is he a gun enthusiast, or what?
Oh no, he's got more guns than I do.
All right, yeah.
Nice.
So right now we're actually trying to figure out how I'm going to get his guns from California to here, and because we're trying to circumvent any moves by the government to keep them because they're in California. It's a communist state, so they don't know about his guns. Right?
But I mean, he's just traveling right there.
No. So like, he's going to will his guns to me.
Got it. Yep.
So we'd rather get it taken care of now rather than it's too late when I can't have the guns because the state says no, those are illegal.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. But then there's a thing of crossing all those state lines, right?
Oh, I don't give a fuck about that. Every state that I go through won't have any problem with those guns.
Okay.
Even when I moved from Colorado to Tennessee, I purposely avoided Illinois because the guns that I had, I would have been
Locked up for good.
Would have been, yeah. They would have locked me up if I got pulled over.
For us, right? So like for me, traveling, if I'm traveling with my weapon, can't go through Jersey with hollow tip bullets.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Can't go through Jersey with
The
them.
best ones too.
I know. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, you got to take them out of your weapon. You know what I mean? When you're driving, I don't know, stupid stuff.
Listen, I see it on Instagram all the time, but they have like, or they say they have a gun license that's good for all states. Have you heard of something like this?
I have.
A carriers that's good for all states?
Yeah, I think sheriffs are eligible to do that. Some police are able to do that.
Yeah.
There is such thing as
But a private citizen like you couldn't do that?
It depends on the state. It's called I can never pronounce this word. Reciprocity. So I can go to I can go to Alabama, Georgia, any state around me. I can go with any weapon that I wanted to, with no problem. But if I went to, say, for example, like I said, Illinois, then it's a problem because they don't allow a licensed firearm person to enter their state like that.
I have being retired law enforcement, right? I have to qualify for this every year. I don't qualify for it every year, but like I have, I'll go like I went a couple years in a row and then I didn't go for a couple years. I could do it so I could carry anywhere in the United States, but I have to follow those state rules. So for example, I couldn't be in Jersey
with hollow points.
So
you get right. Bullets.
Yeah, but like, I don't.
What's the difference between, you want to blow a bigger hole?
No, I hear you. I'm saying, but like, I don't.
It's not about the bigger hole. So a hollow point actually expands rather than shreds the body. So it creates a different cavity that is more. When they say knockdown power, that's what people are actually referring to, is what that round does to the body. So the bullets that New Jersey would use, they're just bullnose. Those things, when they hit something, they just shatter and fragments go everywhere.
Yeah,
that's why I don't understand why New Jersey would be like, yeah, that's a good idea. It's not a good idea. That's the worst fucking round you can shoot.
Anyway, yeah, so there is such a thing. But back to Brandon once again from Brooklyn asks, what's summertime activity? My favorite summertime activity, Mike kind of brought it up, is doing happy hour in my backyard, man. Hanging out with some friends and in the backyard. Such a short season. And I don't know. I just love having a group of people and hanging out and having a few drinks, some food, and doing that. Because it's a long fucking winter.
Especially here in New York.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it didn't turn to summer until about 3 weeks ago.
If that.
All right.
But great question, Brandon from Brooklyn. Thank you. I know we went off the rails there a few times.
Keep them coming, Brandon.
Yeah, keep listening, keep writing in. All right, guys, real quick, one more, and that's from
Better be Bob.
Barbara from Mastic. Our favorite listener, favorite emailer, loyal listener, loyal emailer. Barbara from Mastic says, been doing some traveling again. If you guys could visit any place on Earth for 1 week, where would you go?
I got to get to Italy.
Italy?
I got to get there.
I agree.
I think today it says if you spend one summer in Italy, it adds 10 years to your life.
Why, from the food?
My friend Rob,
I believe
Rob's in Italy right now, and he keeps sending me pictures of statues' penis.
Are they big?
No, they're small.
Well, how far in his mouth does it get?
Well, one of them, he said, "I'm pissed off that these are all uncircumcised."
That's funny.
Yeah, dude, I've been in Italy, and knowing you would fucking love it.
Yeah.
You would love it. You wouldn't want to leave.
I got to get there, bro.
Yeah. Me, I really want to go to, I have two places in mind, but like, you ever see like, in Tahiti, like you ever see those huts on the water?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my
You know what
God.
I mean?
Clear water.
They have,
And
a
then
lot of them have like glass floor.
bottoms.
Yeah. Dude, something like that, bro. I could easily spend the week there.
Yeah.
You know, do something like that.
That's a far trip though.
Yeah. What is like Fiji, Tahiti,
Yeah.
right? Like, in that area. I was like, in my head right away, like the first thing I was thinking was Hawaii, but I'm like, nah, man.
Actually,
I
there's,
really
there's a resort in the Bahamas that kind of mimicked that
really.
that whole experience.
You know the name? 'Cause that's probably a lot more realistic and easier to get to.
I don't know the name, but I remember seeing it when I was there.
I would love to do something
Yeah,
like that.
that's gorgeous.
Yeah, look at that, man. Right? Romantic.
Mm-hmm.
Just fucking me and Mike.
Stella.
What about you, Mike?
This is Bora Bora.
I'm thinking.
Hold on. Where's Bora Bora? Is that like in the same area? I don't know where Bora Bora is.
I have no idea.
Anyone?
It says Pearl of the Pacific.
All right, so maybe it is down there.
Nice.
Look at that. Right? Can you spend the week there?
Hell yeah.
Naked.
Oh, that's nice. They got an infinity pool that goes off into the ocean.
If you were nigga, would you put sunblock on your head?
Yeah, dude, I would think you have to, bro. Imagine a sunburn fucking.
I was just telling Ash, what's better than being naked outside?
Yeah. I
Being
agree.
naked outside, bro, is fucking wonderful.
Do you have an outside shower?
I do.
Yeah. Do you often use it?
Every day.
It's
like
nice.
this time of the year, I won't shower until inside
his
until
body in
September.
Till Wednesday.
Yeah.
He won't shower till Wednesday.
It is something nice and freeing, right? Like,
When that breeze hits you,
oh, it's like refreshing.
when it hits the areas where the sun don't shine, it is fucking nice.
Mike D, what about you?
Big surprise, Bob. I like to go to Amsterdam.
I spent some time there.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
It was worth the visit.
It was really nice, man.
Yeah.
It's just a beautiful city, other than the fucking drugs.
I agree, right? The architecture and stuff.
Oh
right?
yeah, every side street is a canal. It's beautiful, and there's just
It seems really friendly. That's what I like
it
about
is.
it.
There's just bikes everywhere, bro.
Bicycles?
And you just pick them up. You want to hop on a bike? They're just everywhere. You just pick it up and go.
Nice.
It was cool. Very cool vibe. Man.
Everybody's friendly. No animosity.
How did you make the flight?
Wow, it was rough, dude.
Yeah?
dude. We dropped like, we dropped the fucking flight. The flight bins open.
No, with the oxygen mask.
The oxygen mask didn't come down,
Oh.
but the flight bins open. Luggage was falling out.
Oh.
I don't know how many feet we dropped, but they told us we're going to hit some heavy turbulence in the fucking plane.
Oh.
All of a sudden, it was like everyone's shaking, and then that lasted about 10 minutes, and then we were good.
10 minutes?
Yeah, it was long.
So is that what did it? Is that kind of what broke you a little bit?
No, because I almost didn't go on this trip.
Because of that.
I just
flying.
I don't like flying.
Yeah.
I'm getting better, but I still don't love it.
How long was that flight? Do you remember?
I think it was 7 hours.
Oh, yeah.
But I flew into London. I went to London for a week and then Amsterdam. So the flight from London to Amsterdam's quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think it's like 6 hours to London.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
But
That's cool.
It's a cool, beautiful city.
Yeah, I would
the
love
fact
to
that
see
you could just
Amsterdam.
fucking walk into a cafe and buy weed is awesome.
I'm with you, bro. I would love to see all that as well.
Yo, would you do some edibles over there and stuff, or nah?
Just one.
Would you smoke, like it is? It's not like the land of milk and honey, but it's the land of
Just one. I mean, I guess, one in Rome, right? As they say, right? I don't know. We'll see. But I would love to go see it. Gabe, what about you?
Japan.
You want to see those 7-Elevens in Japan, right?
No, I want to see.
I heard the 7-Elevens are off the hook over there.
I want to see where they drop the bombs.
Oh, Nagasaki, Hiroshima.
Hiroshima.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but you probably can't tell, right? I mean, these cities have
rebuilt.
Yeah,
No, they have monuments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, when I think it was Hiroshima, they leveled the whole place, but one of the only buildings that was still standing was a church.
Really?
Yeah,
and say 7-Eleven.
No, no, a church, Catholic church. It was like a miracle.
7-Eleven.
So I wonder if that church is still standing. They probably have placards and shit.
Yeah, probably. I wouldn't even think of that. I would think everything was fucking wiped out.
God puts a bubble around things he likes.
I guess so. Like Jimmy.
Yeah. God bless him.
All right, Barb from Essex.
That's right.
Another great question. Thank you so much for listening.
Bob, you're the best.
All right, guys, that's our pod. You guys, right? We're good? Anything else?
Oh, good.
No? All right. Episode
Bye-bye.
72 is now complete. Thank you guys for listening. We'll be back hopefully next week.
Like, share, subscribe.
Follow.
Follow.
All right. Yeah. Thanks for listening, guys. Thank you. Thanks, Gabe.
God bless America.
Have a good night.